Again, full spectrum survival here, Brad.
Kelly.
You guys don't get to see a lot of the behind the scenes things that we have going on, but we want to start changing that, and we want to start going into the homesteading, kind of the off-grid living that we work on here at our homestead. Behind us, we have our friend's garden. This is our friend's place that stays here on the property with us. And she's got some corn growing. We just built this up out of cinder block. You know, a lot of people are going to be like, well, you shouldn't use cinder block.
It's going to leach this into it,
Right.
or it's going to do this, but I guarantee it's better than what you get from the store, what they're putting into the ground and GMO seeds and all that, but we don't need to get
the
into all
garbage
that.
that they're putting in our food chain already is much worse than some of the things that are inside the cinder block. Plus, you're not going to use this every year. This is just a starter garden for her. She's got her collard greens here.
Yep.
Pumpkin, tomato. It's got some cute little tomatoes on it.
Bell pepper.
Yep.
And I believe she had squash, perhaps?
Those are sweet potatoes.
Sweet potatoes, yeah.
And then some herbs on the outside. But today, in today's video, we want to bring you with us as we make some collagen oil.
Yes.
Why is collagen important?
It helps the elasticity of your skin. It can be really good for hair, nails, makes your nails harder, hair stronger, softer, all that. We use it on our face. We try to consume it too. We use it as a supplement. It's good for, you know, internal ingestion and as well as on, you know, topical. Yeah.
Now, collagen does have, you can increase blood clotting with it. So if you have a clotting issue, you don't want to take it and ingest it orally.
Right.
But it does go through your skin and reduces the susceptibility of blood clots. So if you're interested or concerned about that kind of thing, just use it topically like what we're making today. We're using sunflower oil because that improves the bioavailability. They did a whole bunch of university level tests on olive oil, corn oil, canola oil, all these different types. And they found that sunflower oil has one of the highest amounts of bioavailability when used as a lotion on top of your skin. So something like olive oil, it was great at the beginning, but then as people continued to use it, it started to actually dry their skin out and people started to get a little bit cracked skin. But again, as people in the Middle East, they've been rubbing olive oil on their bodies for the last couple thousand years, and it doesn't seem to harm any of them. If that's all you have, then that's all you can use. We're going to go ahead and get to a site that we prepped up for making the oil with you. We want to show you how to do it, so come along. Probably don't want to drive this way at home because it's not exactly the safest way, but you know, if you can't live your life with a little bit of risk, then you can't really live it well. So we've got the oil propane heater set up here. We've got a little outdoor burner that we've had for a couple of years. This was a backup. Now, you know the adage, 2 is 1, 1 is none. We've been using one pretty religiously, and it died. We rust through some of these edges here. The pieces that hold the pots up fell apart, so we had to go to our backup, and you guys kind of get to take part in that with us. We're using a pretty thin metal stainless steel pot.
Yeah, big stock pot, but big, it's going to heat up more, but it's thin, so it shouldn't take too long to do it.
Yeah, if you use something that like you use for your stove, which can hold the heat better,
right,
you're going to be out here for 30 minutes just trying to heat it up.
Yep.
We've got our collagen there. Can you show me that bag? So this is, we have no affiliation with this company whatsoever, but we've been using their stuff for a really long time.
Right.
It's Antler Farms New Zealand collagen, 100% grass-fed beef.
And no added hormones, antibiotics, chemicals. It's non-GMO. So we figure since you're going to be absorbing it, we're going to be using it, try to make it as pure as possible.
Yeah, so here in the USA, they're allowed to put whatever they want inside your food. You want to throw in some, you know, some flame retardant, just kick that in there. Go ahead and throw that in there. But in other countries, like in New Zealand, they have really strict measures on what can and what can't go inside of your food. Yep. So we chose them for our collagen.
Right, here's our bottle of sunflower oil.
Yeah, I'm going to give you guys a secret here. That was Great Value brand. I don't really promote Great Value brand, so I took the label off. Right. And we're putting it into some mason jars after.
We have 2 of these, so.
If you wanted to, we have done before where you infuse it with another type of like lemon juice, things like that.
Right, essential oil, things like that.
But I found that even though that's great for like your beard not smelling bad or your hair not smelling bad, if you are already suffering from psoriasis or eczema, dry cracked skin, whatever it might be, that's going to make it a little bit tingy and not my kind of thing.
Yep.
All right, let's get this started.
Okay. Okay.
Now this is a really efficient burn. As you can
Yes.
see, I barely can't see any heat flames from it, but put this over top of it and you see it just lights right on fire.
Definitely on.
Go ahead and turn it up higher.
Yep. Right.
Now can you give me, I have a paper. So this was actually a Patreon card that
Yes.
we had mailed out. I had the paper on it that had the tip on the back.
Right.
But can you give me kind of the measurements here?
Sure. Yeah. What we do, you can make, of course, you can always make more at a time. This is just the amount that seems to, you know, work for us. So you do 4 cups of the sunflower oil and then half a cup of the collagen. So we're going to heat up the oil first and then add the collagen to it after it starts to boil.
Okay, so
not
4
on
cups
even
of
ground.
sunflower oil.
Yep.
Now remember, you're using oil, open flame here.
Yeah, be
Could have
very
a huge
careful.
Disaster.
Right.
Yeah. And the measurements, like she said, don't have to be precise.
No. Now with how efficient this flame is, it's probably going to be relatively quick to heat up.
Hope so. We'll still lit it.
Of course.
Now you want to bring that to a boil or a simmer first?
Yeah, and then add the collagen. Now, technically, we can add it now. It would just take, we would need to sit and kind of stir it as it starts to boil because you don't want it to just solidify kind of and like harden on the bottom of the pan.
Yeah. Now what we didn't bring out with us, which we're going to have to go get, something to filter the collagen with.
Nope, we did.
Oh man, my wife, she's so smart.
I brought my nice washcloth.
Yeah, so you're going to filter it with a washcloth.
Yep.
And
you can use paper towels. We just, we reuse as much as we can, so.
we're getting there. I can start to see some of the heat.
Yeah, I mean,
at the
it's
bottom.
already heated up. So we're just going to kind of let it do its thing. Now I'm just reusing the same
Measuring pot?
measuring cup for the collagen. It's going to stick in it, but
Okay.
yeah.
Here's pretty flowers.
Ooh, those are pretty. There's some berries over here that are starting to bloom, but I don't know.
While that heats up, let's walk them and find some blueberries. We're real lucky here that we have wild blueberries.
Yes.
And they're literally everywhere.
They're everywhere.
So that tall green plant right there, all wild blueberry.
There should be
blueberry
some,
here.
yeah,
Oh,
like
you can
right
see.
here, you can see starting to turn blue. Now these, of course, they're not going to be as big as like the blueberries that you get at the store.
Right.
They're going to be more petite, but they still are delicious because we may have already found some to sample. Oh, there's some blackberry on its way.
What do you think?
I think, well,
Get a little bit of
I'm
water
going
to drop in there. See how hot it is? From here.
Yeah. Yep. So you can see the reaction when you put the water in. So what we're going to do now is put some collagen in it.
Now this is really good. Like if you have a beard, your significant other has a beard, or if you have long hair,
Oh yeah.
perfect for it.
See, you can tell with how hot it is that it kind of,
Coagulates.
it instantly
Yeah.
solidified this.
And you just want to start it kind of like simmering.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to cheat at home, then you say, well, I don't want to get outside and I don't want to do all this and get all hot and sweaty.
Right.
What can you do?
Honestly, you could do it on the stovetop. It's just as easy. You can also do it in the microwave.
Easy cheat.
It's easy cheat. So you just want to kind of stir this in here. All we're doing is we're trying to infuse the collagen into the oil. Now, of course, like I said before, you can put it in at the beginning. You'll infuse it even more. You just have to sit over it and you have to stir it and make sure it doesn't just, burn on the bottom.
Yeah, right.
Harden like this.
And that's okay because collagen has a little bit of moisture inside of it. So what it's basically doing is turning into a brick of fried moisture, but it's still releasing the collagen out of it. And we're going to reuse this collagen, the brick, and what's left over, what goes through the washcloth afterwards. And it's still good to use. You can use it for lots of things. You can use it as part of a beard balm.
Right.
You can use it as part of your chicken scrap and chicken feed. You know, it has high fat content because of the oil that it's been soaking in.
Right. No waste.
Yeah, try not to waste it.
So this will actually be pretty easy to filter. We'll just take this brick out and probably set it on the lid.
Okay.
And then we'll pour the rest of this into the measuring cup, and then we'll pour it through into the mason jars.
Okay. Somehow our property is almost perfectly divided by not poison ivy and poison ivy on this side. So if you've paid attention to any of our survival cards or anything like that, poison ivy is identified by leaves of 3. Even if you and your family watches Curious George, leaves of 3, let it be. So here we have some right here. This is poison ivy, and you see it has veins that walk. Now it looks like there might be holes in it. Those aren't holes. That's the actual poisonous oil that's inside of the plant. Some people are real reactive to it. Some people aren't. You're going to have people in the comments who are like, Brad, I'm immune to it. You can be immune to it for 67 years of your life. And on your 68th year of your life, your body freaks the F out and you have a severe allergic reaction to it. So you just got to respect it. Just like a lot of things in nature, it's not going to come out and bite you, but just like a snake is not going to chase after you, except the black mamba. Steve Irwin taught us that. You are going to have to give it a little bit of space. And if you don't want to worry about it, definitely don't burn it. You inhale it, you're having a real problem, and just respect it. How's it going?
Good. There's not too much overdoing that. You know, you don't want to get to the point that you burn the oil.
Right.
I'm just kind of getting the maximum infusion possible.
Okay, yeah.
But as you can see, the oil is starting to it is starting to darken,
Yeah.
which means we're getting
To the end.
to the end. So I think if you can turn that off,
Okay.
I'm going to remove my collagen brick.
Okay. Don't touch it.
No, it's very, very hot. So, and I'm just going to put on the lid here.
Okay. I can hear it sizzling.
Yeah. Now we do have some in there still, and that's why we need to sift this.
Okay. Close. See the difference? The heated up and kind of infused collagen versus the fresh collagen that's in there.
I let that cool a little bit because, you know, not perfect with pouring. So you don't want to get hot oil on you.
Yeah, I say let's take a little walk and come back to it and let it cool for 15 minutes, and then we'll put it in the jars.
Okay.
It's pretty. Make a wish, Cal.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Nope, no wish for me.
Nope.
That was not ready to.
Try again?
Sure.
Okay, that one's coming true.
Okay.
Okay, so here's our
Yes.
the start of what will be our apiary.
Yep.
Beehives, bee concern, whatever you want to consider it. We have 3 different hives there.
Yes.
My son is actually going to make some videos on it. He did the most research. You know, we've kind of tended to bees before, but not in kind of a, I guess, professional way.
Yeah.
And he really wanted to, so that's something that he picked up on.
Yeah.
We chose these beehives because they're already pre-soaked. I think they're like cedar wood soaked in
beeswax.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we figured that's a really good natural beehive. Of course, you can make your own, but you know, just starting out, we figure starting out again, get the whole setup. And he's, you know, he has had such an interest in bees for years and years and years, and he's done all the research. So he's real eager to get more into that and kind of share the knowledge as well. Bees are incredibly interesting.
True. Yeah.
Cup. Just pour slow. Yeah. You're okay.
I know, I don't want it to
overflow.
Uh-huh.
Just checking because I need to lift it once it gets a certain, or we're just going to be sitting in the oil and it won't.
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to touch the glass though because
It's still gonna be hot.
it's still going to be warm.
Yeah, if you're doing this anywhere, you'll wanna, when we cap them, forget about it for a half hour or
Just
an hour.
let it sit.
Yep.
I'm not very even. Hold on.
Okay.
Let's move it to there. It's like cornmeal.
Now you do want to use a little bit of quality here. So we're using Pyrex. Mason jars are kind of made for getting abused, so that's okay, but we're using Pyrex for the glassware, the measuring cup, and
Right.
you put it in. If you use anything like a Great Value brand, I'm not saying every time it is going to break, but
Right.
it could break on you.
And don't use plastic.
Yeah, never use plastic.
No.
Now, if you're real greedy for this stuff, you would let this cool, then you would squeeze it and put the rest in, or you could maybe use a spoon.
Yeah, you could pinch it with something. Tongs would be a good thing to use. Kind of just pinch the thing out of that. I'm gonna save it in the bowl. I don't really have anything out here to
Put it in.
pinch it with, but I do want to maximize the amount that we get.
Yeah.
And then you'll see that
This is the sifted,
yep,
and that's the brick.
that's the brick that was formed. And then
Now, don't be me, because I'm kind of dumb.
it
But okay,
probably pretty
it cooled.
cooled by now.
So your chickens are really going to get a lot of use from this. You're going to not give it all at once. That's too
No.
much to give all at once. But you're going, or if you have cows or goats or sheep or whatever, you're going to just add a little bit into their food. You could even still eat it like this. You could sprinkle it over top of popcorn.
Yeah,
and eat it.
I'm not sure how much, we haven't tested the nutrition before and after. I don't know how much is taken out of it to infuse into the oil, but it's not, it still has some purpose there.
Yeah, and it adds fat to it. So if you're in a fat poor time, like
Absolutely.
a famine or anything like that, that's what you're going to try and use.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I hope that you enjoyed kind of this behind the scenes look at our life and our family. From both of us to you and yours, please stay safe, and we'll see you next time.